history, but that's a good question.
We can talk about that. The two go hand in hand in this case.
No, that's a good question. What is your most like insufficient or your worst category of fitness?
The worst category of fitness
or movement skill. Whatever.
Yeah, there's a couple of things that if they show up in a workout, I know it is not going to go well for me. Happened to come up in the CrossFit Open this year, which is why what I'm putting the reasoning behind why I didn't do so well, because of my lack of fitness and the deadlifts, particularly high volume deadlifts. Anything moderate to heavy weight for a lot of volume, I am absolutely going to get crushed.
I like that.
100% every
Enter
time.
the pain cave.
Yeah, and even that, like my body just shuts down. Yeah.
Perfect. So how did Christine go for you yesterday?
It went better than I thought it was going to because it wasn't as heavy because I only weigh 185. So if that was at 225, it would have taken me another 5 to 7 minutes.
Really? Interesting. They're sneaky. Deadlifts at like, especially at a moderate to heavy load for volume is something I've been doing recently, and I'm like, why is this so devastatingly soul crushing?
Anything deadlifts that are 225 pounds or more is just anything more than like 5 reps. I am not going to do well.
Yeah. So that's why we work on it, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's that leads right into today's.
Yes, I know. I do it perfectly. I'm good at this job. Yeah.
I never learned how to deadlift. That's what the problem was, is when I was going through high school, going through college, no one ever showed me how to deadlift. No one ever taught me how to do it. I watched YouTube videos, and I taught myself, but it looked like shit. I didn't do it right, so I just spent 25 years of my life not doing deadlifts correctly.
Yeah.
So then my squats were really good, my bench was good, my everything else was fine. My deadlifts sucked, and I never worked on them until I started CrossFit, and now I'm just so far behind.
He was like,
I feel like I'll never get caught up. So that's why I'm working on them.
Yeah, you'll get there. You'll get there. That's why I'm working on my gymnastics.
That was my venting for the day.
Yeah, there we go. Let it out. Let it out.
I feel better.
Good. I'm glad. That gets you right and ready for our conversation of today. And that's where we're going to continue on. Recently, we've talked about one of these models, and that was the sickness, wellness, and fitness model. And today, we're going to carry on and talking about one of those models that define fitness and what is fitness. And today, it's all about the Hopper model.
Right. So the question that needed answered is, what is fitness? Who is the most fit? How do you tell if one person is more fit than the other? Greg Glassman, founder of CrossFit, came up with 4 distinct models of what is fitness to answer that question. The problem was, before Glassman came up with these, everybody had their own definition of fitness. You would go to the NSCA, National Strength and Conditioning Association, and they had one definition. You would go to a strongman company, they would have another definition. An Ironman would have another definition, and so forth. There was no like provable way to say this person is the most fit. That came up when there was a article that came out that said that the guy that won a full Ironman, the guy that won the Ironman is the most fit person on the planet because you need to run, bike, and swim. And if he won the race, the world championship, then he is the most fit person on the planet. Problem with that is, what about gymnastics people? What about Olympic gymnasts? Have you seen those guys? Those guys are so fit. Their biceps are bigger than my waist.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that the Ironman that guy is more fit than the Olympics, than people that are in the Olympics, people that do Olympic weightlifting, power lifters, strongmen, ultra marathoners, the guys from Kenya that can run a full marathon in 2 hours. You're telling me that Ironman winner is more fit than these people? I can do more pull-ups than a guy that wins the Ironman. I'm not very good at pull-ups. So that guy is significantly lacking in a certain aspect of fitness. Right?
Yeah.
So that's where this model comes in. It's called the Hopper model. And what a Hopper is think of it like a lottery, like people choosing the balls out of the lottery. You have the spinning wheel, and you have a whole bunch of numbers inside it. That's what a Hopper is. So the Hopper model is a way to punish the specialist and to see who is the overall most fit. Here's how this thought experiment works. Let's say I take 100 specialists in 100 different fitness modalities. So I'm going to take the guy from Kenya that can run the marathon in 2 hours. I'm going to take Eddie Hall or Brian Shaw, one of the strongest people on the planet. I'm going to take Olympic gymnastics people. I'm going to take NFL running backs. I'm going to take UFC fighters, people that could be in the conversation of the most fit people on the planet, and we're going to put them on a test, okay? So I have 100 people that are all going to compete in this competition of fitness, and here's how we test it. I have this hopper model, and inside the hopper, I have every conceivable measure of fitness. Every test that we can do that will measure any aspect of fitness. So we can do a full marathon or an ultra marathon. We could have a 100-mile run. We could have a 100-yard dash. We can have a 5-rep max bench press. We can have a 100-rep max back squat. We can do literally anything under the sun. Every different fitness test imaginable goes in this hopper. Okay? I am going to randomly pick out 20 of these events, and we are going to put all 100 specialists through these 20 random tests. Okay. So let's say we pull out event number 1, and it is a one rep max deadlift. Okay. Who's going to win the 1 rep max deadlift?
Eddie Hall.
Eddie Hall, right?
Yeah.
The strongman, the guy that is specifically training for that aspect of fitness. He's going to win hands down. Who's going to come in second, third, or fourth? Is somebody that has a broad general range of fitness. I'm going to throw in the term CrossFitter. Okay. CrossFitter does every aspect of fitness, not just one. So the strongman's going to win that event. CrossFitter is going to come in second. Okay. The next event comes up. It's a 5K for time. Who's going to win? Someone that
Eddie Hall. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, just kidding.
If Eddie Hall wins a 5K,
I'd be impressed. But
he's a stud athlete. But no, it's going to be someone that specializes in 5Ks, right?
Yeah.
Who's going to come in second? CrossFitter, right? Because this CrossFitter can do everything. Same thing with the next 18 events. You're going to have a long-distance swim. You're going to have CrossFit workouts. You're going to have pull-ups, muscle-ups, handstand walking. You're going to have strong lifts, light lifts for a lot of reps. The person that specializes only specializes in what they do, and they suffer in everything else. So the person that is going to win this competition is going to be the person that is the most generally fit out of all 100 specialists. So that person is going to be someone that doesn't just train heavy weightlifting, but they also train gymnastics, they train cardio, they train long distance, short distance, barbells, dumbbells, kettlebells, sandbags, everything.
Yeah.
All right. Because that person is the most adapted to that broad general fitness that is going to win this competition. Okay. That's how the hopper model works.
It's the idea that I like to call it the lotto, right?
The lotto, same thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's random. You have some lucky winners. Like, you have some numbers you're going to hit, some numbers you're not going to hit. And that's very, very comparable in that sense. Like, as a CrossFitter, you hit all modalities of fitness. That's what you're always working on and striving. It's constantly varied functional movements. So you're always hitting those different aspects of fitness or different modalities of fitness, whether it be strength, endurance, and et cetera. But it's like the lotto. When you pull out that hopper, you're going to have one that you're really good at, but you're going to have most things that you're decent at. And that's the idea. You have the most broad fitness. You are the most fit in the aspect because you can hit each category and you're not just stupid strong. And then we have no endurance,
right,
and so forth.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right. So think about like when I used to go to Anytime Fitness or a 24-hour gym. I mean, I would have won a been very good at the bench press competition or like weighted pull-ups I did a lot of. But, man, if you want me to jog to the parking lot and back, I'm going to be passed out on the floor.
You need your
obviously,
real quick.
Right. So, obviously, my entire aspect of fitness is suffering, right? I'm 100 times more fit than I was because I'm so much better at all these other things. Definition of CrossFit is constantly varied functional movements at high intensity. Constantly varied is how we win this hopper model. That's why this methodology that we are training is the best that there is, because we don't specialize. We do a little bit of everything. All right. So, what questions came up?
So
did I miss something? Because I got something else, but did I miss anything?
No. I think, just like I said, to clarify, I already did a little bit, but I mean, that's the idea. It's just the whatever. If we were to pull something out, you're going to be able to do it. That's the idea. Like, if it's a 5K, you're going to be able to do it. If it's a strength piece, you're going to be able to do it. Right. And you're not just sufficient at one thing. So, no, yeah, I think that's you're right on the tracks. It makes sense. It clicks. So, yeah, go ahead, carry on. What else about the hopper?
Yeah, and I like this methodology. Again, obviously, I coach CrossFit. This is what I do. I can go out and run a 5K tomorrow. Today, I can put my shoes on and go run a 5K. And I can do it pretty well. I can do a 10K. this weekend I can sign up for a half marathon and I can do it. And I'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a record-setting time, but I can do it. Not very many other people can say that. And if they can, they're probably not going to beat me in a half marathon. Right? Same thing. I can do back squats. I can do Olympic weightlifting. I can do all of these things because my training is broad and general. So how is this relevant? Why does this matter, and how do we use it for ourselves to increase and to improve our fitness? When the hand is going into the hopper model, you are thinking in your head, oh God, please don't let it be fill in the blank.
It's going to be that.
It's going to be that. So for me, the way we started this podcast, the hands going in the hopper model, I am begging, please no high volume deadlifts. Please no high volume deadlifts. Or please no handstand walking. So guess what I should be working on?
Handstand walking and deadlifts.
Handstand walking and deadlifts.
High volume deadlifts.
High volume deadlifts, exactly. So that thought experiment of what am I worst at, that is the lowest hanging fruit, and that is the best way to increase your overall health, wellness, fitness. That's what you should be training on.
Yeah, it's our weaknesses. It's where we're deficient, so we need to work on them to equal them out or bring them up.
Correct. You are only as fit, like Glassman said, you are only as fit as your worst movement or your worst movement.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think part of this too with the hopper talk, it goes even farther beyond into the translations of like, because we do these things are functional movements because they're reciprocating patterns out in the wild, as I'll call it, but outside the gym, picking up boxes, getting up off the floor, et cetera, et cetera. The hopper mimics that idea that it's random, it's variety. So we can take the example of a fall. You're not going to know when you're going to fall, if you're going to fall, and how you're going to fall. But what you do know is you've trained to get up from a fall doing burpees. So you're prepared for that event in life. And obviously there is always outliers in certain situations that can always change the outcome. But when those events do come around and happen outside in the world, it's just like the hopper. It's random. You don't know. You're not going to go one day like today, I'm going to take a fall. Right. So the hopper mimics that sense of variety and the unexpectedness because it's preparing for the unexpected is the idea there, is you're not going to ever know what you're going to face. Yep. It's like the idea of like a pull-up or a muscle-up. It's climbing up off a cliff. How you don't know if you're ever going to be hanging from a cliff or a ledge or anything like that. But if that does happen and you've trained pull-ups, you've trained those muscle-ups, you've trained those things, you're prepared for that event.
Yeah, if Mufasa could have done a muscle-up, Lion King would have been a whole different movie.
Exactly. He would have been prepared. But that's the idea, though, is that translate more than just inside the gym and also translate outside. That's how I like to depict the hopper in a sense, too, is it does show our weaknesses. It's a great fitness model, but it also depicts life. It's a hopper. You're not going to ever know what's going to hit you, like literally.
Yep, you need to train everything. Yeah. Train what you're worst at. That's how you get better. That's how you get more fit.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's it.
And fitness is a hedge against sickness.
It is. That's another aspect of what is fitness.
Yeah. You look at that. You like that? You like that one around?
Yeah. It all connects.
Yeah.
We talked about 2 of them. We got 2 more to go, right?
Yep, 2 more to go.
10 components in the metabolic pathways.
Yes, and those will be fun. So do you have any more comments on the hopper model there, Ken?
I don't think so. I don't think so. The only thing I'd say is that I truly believe that this is where your fitness is going to be most improved is by finding what you are worst at and training on it.
Yeah, I agree.
That's it.
Absolutely. I mean, that's how we improve.
Yep.
So, sweet. Well, Ken, thanks for hopping in here with me on this episode today.
You're welcome.
For those that are listening or watching, make sure you guys leave a like, share with anybody who might find some value out of this, as well as don't forget to follow or subscribe, depending on where you're tuning in from, to find us on future episodes. Yeah. Other than that, guys, we'll see you on the next episode.